Picture this. You rush home from school, maybe work, and you're pumped for a big game. You've got your groceries in the back, or maybe takeout in your passenger seat, and you're about to start your pregame ritual. Ready for the game, you sit down, you turn on your TV, but you find no big game scheduled for the night, as it should have been. Instead, all sports networks under your subscription are showing some other unimportant sporting event, and you are left high and dry of being able to watch your game. This scenario has only too frequently occurred to me, and from experience, I feel it is accurately summed up with the emotions behind the acronym FOMO. That's F-O-M-O-H, or the fear of missing out on hockey. It is an unfortunate phenomenon becoming only more prevalent as network broadcasting becomes scarce due to the decreased TV ratings in the US. In these next few minutes, I would like to present the case of ice hockey's dying spectatorship in the US and offer a perspective of ice hockey that hopefully interests a few of you with its global presence and uniquely exhilarating game. Firstly, the problem I want to address is ice hockey's losing spectatorship. Ice hockey is ranked 4th of the national professional sports leagues, followed with American football, baseball, and basketball. Ice hockey is the least attended professional sport in the U.S., with a 2013 Sporting Intelligence survey reporting an average seasonal attendance of 74 million to baseball games, 17.3 million to football, 21.3 million to basketball, and only 12.8 million to ice hockey. Ice hockey is also last in rankings of sports revenue and TV exposure. According to reports from the leagues in respect, between 2012 to 2013, the NFL raked in $9 billion, followed by the MLB at $8 billion, NBA at $5 billion, and NHL at only $3.7 billion. And a lot of this has to do with cable network deals. For example, the NFL has the largest major TV network, a TV contract of any professional sports league, encompassing the broadcasting giant networks of Fox, CBS, NBC, and ESPN, while the NHL is limited to the contract of NBC Universal. The widespread cable representation of American football versus that of ice hockey would explain the Super Bowl 48's 2014 win of Seattle over Denver, which was the most watched U.S. television event of all time, averaging 111 million viewers total, according to the NFL and World Sports Atlas. While the Sports Business Journal reported that the only most watched NHL game was back in 1971 between Montreal and Chicago, with only 12.4 million viewers. However, ice hockey has suffered a major blow to spectatorship and TV airing since, with the 2004-2005 season lockout, in which the NHL experienced such severe financial disputes that it canceled the entire season, making the first time a national league has ever had to do so. This was a problem resulting from what sports analysts of the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics think was due to the limited revenue of the league, player poaching, and reckless spending by the team owners, and the individual players demanding an increased salary. But the consequences of this lockout were staggering. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the NHL lost about $2 billion in revenue and experienced a 22% fall in network ratings, a hole that the NHL has been trying to climb out since. At the same time, the ESPN chose to discontinue its $60 million contract for NHL broadcasting rights, leaving ice hockey severely hurt in national TV distribution. Now that I've drawn out a detailed analysis of ice hockey's ratings in national broadcasting, I want to talk about the specifics of the sport itself. Ice hockey has many unique and interesting qualities. Firstly, ice hockey is a global sport. In the current season, the NHL boasts a whopping 74% of international players, ranging from Canada to Russia. Baseball, being the only other professional sport with any internationality to talk about, only represents a 26% international player count in the MLB, coming primarily from Central and South American countries. Perhaps ice hockey's global popularity has to do with the unique specifics of the sport. According to the IFH regulation, a player may wear up to 15 pounds of pads and skate up to speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour on only 4mm thick blades. The hockey goal is also one of the smallest goals in any ball-playing sport. It measures 6 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and 3.5 feet deep. This constitutes an average goal count of about 2 to 3 games per goal. But have no fear, that does not mean ice hockey is a slow sport by any means. With high skating speeds, long uninterrupted plays, and physicality, ice hockey is a high-intensity game. In fact, it is one of the only sports not centered on fighting, but that allows full-body checking and has frequent in-game brawls. However, according to the detailed IFH rules, brutality can lead to consequences of penalty between 2 to 4 minutes of player timeouts, full suspension, or even fines to the offending players. Ice hockey brutality is a tradition stemming back to the late 1800s with the founding of the sport and creates a large portion of the spectator intrigue. One final fact I want to give is that the Stanley Cup Championship Trophy is a unique award, as the winning team's players get to bring the trophy back to their hometowns and celebrate making a spectacle of eating or drinking out of the cup. So the Stanley Cup is not just another meaningless trophy. It actually travels the world. Now that I have explained the plight of ice hockey as a sport in spectator jeopardy, ranging from issues of National Sport League competition, cable contracts, and historic in-league financial disputes, I hope to convey the knowledge that the ice hockey is the least supported of our nation's primary leagues, and it is continually losing ground in today's sports world. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten weird looks for my love of ice hockey here in a region where ice is scarcely found outside of our drinks. However, I hope that the unique qualities I've highlighted about the game have persuaded some of you to think that ice hockey is a cooler sport than maybe previously thought, and that you'll watch more games in the future. Who knows? You might kill the sport if you don't. Thank you.